Welcome to another episode of Relations with Ryan. On this episode, I'll be bringing in a caller to talk about this post made by the Shade Room. Now, in this post, it was directed towards men, but I thought it was extremely important for me to bring on a woman to get her side and her opinion on this subject. Now, when I was going through the comments, I saw a lot of people commenting a lot of different things, but to me, it was pretty cut and dry, and I looked at it as a form of disrespect. But will she look at it the same way? Let's jump right into this call. All right, so how's it going today? Who am I joined with?
Hey, this is Lucy.
How are you doing? So basically, the Shade Room had posted something on Instagram. I want to read this post to you. Now, I felt it was important for me to get a woman's opinion, but this was directed towards men. But when I was going through the comment section, I saw a lot of different answers going back and forth between men and women. So I felt it's kind of important for us to see how women feel about this as well before I get into how I feel about it. Are you ready for the post?
I'm ready.
Okay, perfect. So it says, husbands, I'm asking for a friend. If your wife goes grocery shopping and she gets to the counter to sort the bill and a fine fellow offers to pay her bill, should she politely decline or allow this stranger to help with the bill? Interesting.
I have multiple answers to that, but well, go ahead.
No, I want to know exactly how you feel about this. I'm curious. And then I want to get into how I feel afterwards, because to me, this situation was so cut and dry. But now with you saying that you have multiple ways of going about this, now I'm really curious. So what you got for me?
Okay, so for instance, with me and my relationship, it wouldn't even be a problem. It would be, oh, thank you, be polite and take the gesture and appreciate the individual making that offer and move on with your life, right? However...
Wait, you got to clarify that. Do you mean that you would take the offer? Or are you saying you wouldn't take the offer?
I would probably politely decline, but if they insisted, I would accept.
Oh, wow.
However, and then I would come home and I could have that discussion with my man and he would be like, oh, well, that was really nice of them. He wouldn't even see it as something to take offense to.
Oh,
whereas in many other relationships that I know of,
right,
it would be you better not take that.
Right.
You better not accept that.
So I'm going to give you how I feel on this situation, and I want you to tell me how you feel of my feelings towards this situation. Okay, cool. So personally, I feel like it is the ultimate disrespect, right? And the reason why I feel that way is because in this post it said, this is the wife. This is the woman. She's married to a guy. So you can't expect people to know if it's just a random relationship, if this person is in one or not. But when it's marriage, it's a good chance she has a ring on her finger. And usually when men approach women, that's before they even know to, go or not, they check that out. They check the finger out to see if, there's a ring on it. So now I feel like this guy peeped that there was a ring on the finger and decided, I don't care about that. I'm still gonna go and I'm gonna do this. So it said on the post, would you politely put them down? And at first I was like, yeah, but I felt it was so disrespectful that I don't think that a polite way of going about this is even correct. Now, could you see where this could be disrespectful?
I can see where you're coming from, yes.
Okay. So, I mean, everybody's relationship is different. But the reason why I feel the way that I feel is because when it comes to men, we are supposed to be providers, right? We're supposed to, take care of things like that. And I feel like if another man is coming in and taking that role, that is just That's just wrong to me. That I look at it as just being something that you don't allow in a relationship. Because what's the point of the man if he can't be your provider?
However,
Okay.
in that situation, that man is not actually being a provider. See, I've actually had someone in my past walk up to me while I was in a store, brought me something nice, actually brought me some flowers, and just literally all they said was, I just wanted to let you know that you were absolutely beautiful, and walked away and walked right out the door. No intention other than putting a smile on my face and continuing on his day.
And this, no, if you were married, it would, you don't,
I know I get your standpoint. As far as where if I had a ring on my finger or whatever, or he may not even have seen it, or he may have seen it. If the intent behind it is just say, let me just do something nice and continue on my day, that's one thing. If there's pursuing of more afterwards, then it's a, nah, honey, you can take your money back. Thanks, appreciate you.
Right. Now, one thing that you did say when you was talking about if you would take it or not is that you would let your husband know that this happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that alone, to me, I think that's the right thing to do, because some people could keep that as a secret and that will cause even more problems, in my opinion. But like I said, everybody's relationship is different. Listen, if I'm married... Well,
if you can't come home and tell your partner about whatever happened during your day,
then there's a problem.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. So now I want to switch this a little bit, right? Because I actually, like, this is our first time speaking. I didn't know, this is even her first time hearing of this subject. So I didn't know that she would respond like that. I thought she was probably going to say she wouldn't. So this is a surprise for me. So now I want to flip this a little bit, and let's reverse these roles right quick. And I want you to do the same thing. I want you to give me the same type of answers as whether it's in your relationship or if you were married, you know, how that would be, or if you can see a problem with this as well, right? All right. So I stated that men are providers, right? What would we put women in? I'm trying to think of the right word. I don't want to be offensive because it's extremely easy to be offensive in 2020.
It takes a lot to offend me.
Oh no, I know it won't offend you whatsoever. I know that. But basically what I'm saying is this. Do you cook for your husband?
Absolutely.
Well, if you was married, would you cook for your husband?
Absolutely.
Okay, so how
you don't even have to go any further, because I don't want any other woman cooking for my
man. That was going to be the question. So my question was going to be this: how would you feel if another woman cooked for your man? Would it be a problem if he took this food and he told you? He said, "Hey, this woman, she's my friend. She made a lot of food. She gave me a plate."
I wouldn't have a problem with that. That's a friend of his. Just some random
coworker. Let's say coworker, because coworkers, although they're not friends.
Then that would be different, because I mean, all right. So I'm one of these people who will sit down and at first I'm gonna be looking at them sideways, like you're tripping, right? But then I'm gonna ask these questions of, well, who is she, and why would, what was the purpose? What was the reason for the food? Blah, blah, blah. Now, if he mentioned, everybody was talking about food, and he mentioned he'd never had something and she made it, and next time she brought it in, whatever. Next time she was going to make it, she was going to bring it in. I can understand that.
Okay.
But I think I'm a little more advanced in my relationship in the fact of that I understand that I need to just take my emotions out of things sometimes and ask the right questions.
Okay.
Before I lose it.
Right.
But if it's some chick that I know has a thing for him, or...
But you can't know that, per se. You can't...
I don't know that.
Right.
Unless I've been informed of that by either him, or I've been in position where I've seen it myself.
Right.
but I think it's really situational.
Okay.
Everything to me is situational. You have to ask the right questions in order to really know whether or not it's something you need to be upset about.
Okay. So I think you explained that really well. I'm gonna paint the position of it's a coworker. You know nothing of this person. He never spoke about this person whatsoever, right? He comes home with a plate and the food looks amazing. It looks like it's putting your cooking skills to the test. Like you looking at this food like, I don't even know if I could cook something like that, right? So it's already intriguing to you. You're looking at this plate.
Mm-hmm.
You ask him what? What's the first thing you say?
Oh, where'd the food come from?
Okay, in this situation, we're gonna role play. I'm gonna be Lucy's husband at this point. I got it from Sharon at work.
Who's Sharon?
She is a coworker.
Oh, you've never mentioned her before.
I haven't mentioned Bill and Reggie either.
Right, but why are we getting defensive? So,
I mean, you questioning me about my food.
well, it's not common that you come home with a plate of food. You've been working there for 6 years, so not once have you come home with a plate of food. And I know pretty much most of the people you work with, so
Okay.
a little odd.
Okay. I don't even think we need to go any further. So I like how you approach that. I did get a little defensive. If that actually happened to you, because I know we're role playing now, right? But let's say this is your husband and he got defensive. Would that automatically put you in some type of mood to where you need to notice Sharon that was a coworker?
It would put me in a mood, definitely. Would I need to know this Sharon? Yes, but I would more be curious about where my husband's intent is.
Right. Okay.
In accepting this food.
I like that. Okay, I like that answer. So I think we got everything we needed on this subject, right? I like that answer, and I like the way of going about it. Now, the groceries, I feel like you need to have that same energy when it comes to that, but that's just my opinion. I don't think that you need. I saw a comment that said, you said what?
If it's a random stranger that's just doing a good deed, whatever, or offering to pay for something, that's one thing. Now, if it's some male that's either at my job or whatever comes home or buys me, comes to work with a dress for me or a pair of shoes or something, like, well, what is this? That's totally different. Absolutely. That's a definite no.
I was going to cut this, but now I got this question for you. What if the roles were reversed? And I know that this would never happen. Trust me, I know. That's why I went to food. What if the man was in the line and this random woman offered to pay these groceries and he let you know that?
I might pick on him and be like, maybe you shouldn't have been at work at the grocery store looking like a bum. She probably feel bad for you. No,
oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. I like that.
I might have been picking on him, but honestly, that wouldn't stir me.
That wouldn't bother you?
It wouldn't stir me. No.
Okay. It would bother me. Not if I was the man and somebody offered that. I probably would feel kind of homeless at that point. That's kind of strange. But yeah, if my wife was, like I said, that's just the ultimate disrespect right there. I want to say thank you for coming along and giving an opinion. I appreciate that.
Thank you for the invite.
Thank you for watching. If you have a question that you would like answered or a topic you would like us to discuss, go ahead on and leave a voice message or a text message with the Relations with Ryan Instagram account to get featured on the show. Now, I would like for you to go ahead on and leave this video with a like, and if you're new here, go ahead on and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future content.